Rolling because I have 6 minutes and 56 again, an abusive transaction. Keep having to delete a video to make one, right? So again, it's always a give. What are you gonna give me transaction with the narcissist? And what can I get out of that person? That's how they operate. So again, very Schwindler like, right? So, Schwindler, but I got my list. Not Schindler, Swindler. They're the swindlers. I got my list here. So another Orwell quote, quick. Serious sport has nothing to do with fair play. It is bound up with hatred, jealousy, boastfulness, disregard of all rules, and sadistic pleasure in witnessing violence. In other words, it's war. Again, as the targeted individual today, when I went to go in the rain to get the money, a lady, when I asked her for the eggs, it got cut off in the last story. I asked her where the eggs were. When I went to go check out, I just had a couple of items in my hand, which was like, I think 2 items. I didn't get the eggs. And she came up, I had them to put down. Again, a targeted individual, 111 on the timer. She said, she came to hand me a basket. I was already just right at the checkout, the next one ready. And in the express checkout, 2 items. She came to hand me a basket. I said, oh, I'm checking out. I don't need that. She goes, oh, for your bag. So do you want to see my bag? Here's my bag. There's the bag that I was holding in the store. So again, it brought me back to when I was a childhood in Westmount Mall here in London, Ontario, Canada, in the Shoppers Drug Mart, 142, 143, 144 on the timer. A lady or man would always come up and accuse me of shoplifting. And I never did. But I did change the price tags a couple times because I was brought up in that lack mentality, so I'd change the price tags sometimes. But again, I never stole anything. But again, getting accused today at 49 of oh, here for you, what's in your bag? So I had to open my bag in the lineup in a grocery store here in town and say, there's nothing in my bag, look. And then she had to come over again and look. I was already showing her from this distance. And then she had to come like a nosy narcissist right in my bag. So whatever happened there, either my energy when I asked her where the eggs were, and I was very polite and I still wasn't in my good energy because again, it was pouring rain. And then when that power went out, it was like I was being attacked, still walking down the street, again, carrying on my path. The narcissist, I said, and then she came again, just like again, your karmic family, karmic friends, they have another look. Hey, do you want this too? What else do you want to look at? That's what they're like, very nosy again at you and me, but they can't be nosy to do an introspection on them because they're still running. And again, however it went down, she looked in my bag, and then I'll be back again for more. Actually, I'm just going to keep going. So the next part about it is that happened. So again, a targeted individual. So remember, gang stalkers, electromagnetic weapons, on and on and on and on and on. Been going on since 2019. They hate the truth speakers, hate the truth seekers, the sober people, the people that have given up their addictions, and again, anyone that's different than the herd. So again, if you're not like the people that you're hanging out with again tonight, remember, you have the choice within you. Don't ever let somebody rule the roost over you, right? Again, when we do get sober, nobody can fuck us over. And I can't express that saying enough. So again, got accused of shoplifting, basically, with her having a look in my purse. And then I bought my few things. I got some bus tickets as well. And it was just 2 items. And again, of course, when I make the videos, again, this is what they're doing. They're putting fear into you and me across the planet. So today, even with that power going out, that was very much either could be taken as a shut up, Lynn, or it was a coincidence, or we're putting fear in you now. Because when I went back, the energy of that place was different again, too. But on the way there after, they accused me of shoplifting, basically. A homeless man, a man just came out of nowhere as I was walking. And remember, the whole game, the whole angle for the targeted individuals, the empaths, marching up now, just going at our own pace. It's not a race. It's not a race. We're just going at our own pace. We're not competing with anybody. But I am really fucking sore in the back right now, so I am going to move my pillow again, okay? Not sure if my dog's behind me right now, but I'm just going to keep the angle right too. I wouldn't want anyone to start picking my looks apart on the camera angles and stuff, you know, because the narcissist will always miss the point. Oh, there she is. She's so cute. The narcissist will miss the point when somebody's speaking, and they'll try to make them stutter. They'll try to make their hair shitty to laugh and be not kid-like, because you come into your kid-like essence when you become spiritual. That's what you're doing. You're coming in to heal your inner child, so you can close your eyes, you can picture your inner child, and you can send her love, him or her. That's what you do. That's what the whole point is. It's to get over your abandonment wounds of what happened to you, and to come into yourself and forgive yourself as well. So you can do things like that with your inner child. But again, the narcissist is just a little child in an empty, outgrown meat vessel, but they're not cute. So we'll leave it at that for now. As I kept walking, a homeless guy came out of the blue somewhere, and he goes, "Hey!" And again, remember, targeted individuals. So me, keeping me in a hotel now since October 17th, I'm paying for it. I had to get money for this. Again, already dipped into my medical retirement, and again, it's Jan 7th. Again, I don't worry about money because the universe likes truth speakers and seekers. We keep talking about abuse. We stand up to bullies. Arms get really fucking sore. And I'll tell you right now, the choo-choo train that they had me on in the bed last night was the most disgusting ride I've ever taken in my life. And let me tell you, as being on coke and being drunk, I've taken a lot of shitty rides. And you guys can think what you want with that little message that I put out there, but it's the truth. So when you're sober, again, nobody can fuck you over. And when you're sober, you're never, ever, ever going to bow down. Remember, bow down, never to no one. And again, they're shutting me up right now because I just let something right out of the bag. So the next thing here is they want you homeless as a targeted person. They want you in the mental hospital. They want you in like a group home setting, like you're like, again, like an old person going to the retirement home or the old age home. Again, it's to make everybody a vegetable. Last point, homeless guy comes out of nowhere. He looks at me, he goes, "There's